What's up YouTube, this is Arco2525 here, and today I'm coming with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today is going to be a new deck profile. It's not really new because it's my old but way improved rank 4 XYZ deck. So I'm going to show it to you quickly. I'm going to start off with the main deck here, and then last I'm going to show you the extra deck. Also I have the number 92 Heart of Dragon sleeves for the main deck and also for the extra deck. Don't worry, the card's not in here, I just love this card, that's why thank God I got myself some sleeves for that. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the main deck. So for the monsters we have a boss monsters, which is 2 copies of Silver Gadget and 2 copies of Gold Gadget. So if you don't know what it does, so if you normal summon or special summon one of these gadgets, then you are allowed to special summon one level 4 or lower, one level 4 machine type monster from your hand. And so yeah, that's basically really good card. You only can use the effect once per turn, so you can't obviously summon. So but this card is really good and really has improved this deck. Next up we have 2 copies of the yellow gadget, 2 copies of green gadget, and 2 copies of the red gadget. Now you used to have 3 copies each of them, but that was before we had introduced to the gold and silver gadget. But since they have come out, I reduced each to 1, to obviously 2 copy each, which is good. It's good, I must say. I really enjoyed it. So 2 is good. 3 might be now too many, but now it's really good. Unfortunately, I only got ultra rares on the yellow and 1 of the green. I tried to get ultra rare on all of them. I just hadn't had to get time to get ultra rare from each of the copies. But yeah, now it's really good. It's good balanced with 2 copies each. 1 copy would be not enough because then you wouldn't really can use the effect from the gadgets. Alright, that's for the gadget power. Now on to the obviously special summon monster, which is still got 3 copies of Gothenburg, which is a must in the rank 4 XYZ deck. We also got 3 copies of Tin Goldfish. Unfortunately, only 2 super rare, not all 3, but I will get to it as well. And also 3 copies of Kage to Kage. So these obviously are really good. If you don't really know, Tin Goldfish and Goblinberg, basically if you summon them, you can special summon 1 level 4 monster from your hand. So obviously also really good, which helps you out. So obviously you definitely need 3 copies each of these. And then for the Kage to Kage, basically if you normal summoned a monster, you can special summon it from the hand. So obviously really good, 3 copies you need. So if you basically what you can do really, so if you normal summoned silver gadget, you can get out a green gadget, but at the same time it changes Kage to Kage, so you can special summon Kage to Kage and green gadget, so you have 3 level 4 monsters and you can get straight into it. That's really good. You can also technically what you can do when you get silver gadget and you have gold gadget in your hand, summon him, trigger his effect, and then summon green gadget, and also trigger Kage to Kage's effect. So you then have 4 monsters, but obviously you need them all in the hand. I think has happened that I can use the effect before, but 3 is quite easy to summon in this deck. 3 level 4 monsters. And now a couple of extras. One is the 2 copies of Star Drawing. Basically it's just for draw power, so if he exceeds her, basically then you can draw 1 card, which is always good. You always need some draw powers. And then to summon a monk. Don't really use that much as all my gadgets, but it's always good to have one in. If you have a spell card you don't really use anymore, that's always good to have them just in case of an emergency. Now we're going to go on to the spell cards. Bit changed there as well. We still have 3 copies of the double summon. 3 copies is a must, because obviously with that you can also again special summon, or what you say in this case normal summon, an additional level 4 monster. So it's really good. You definitely need 3 copies of these in the deck if you want to have a rank 4 deck. I have 2 copies of the rank up Magic Chaos. Used to have 3, but 3 is now a bit too much. 2 is good, definitely 2. And I preferred this one. There's so many rank up Magic. I like this one firstly because of the artwork and also because it's a quick play. So even you can play it whenever really you like. Now a new card in my deck is the rank up Magic, the 7th one. Really awesome card. In case if you draw it, basically what it does, you need to draw this card on your normal drawing base. So if you draw it normal, you can use it, and then basically what you can do is summon any number of monster between 101 to 107, and then special summon it, and then also you can special summon the chaos version of it, basically in one turn. So this card is absolutely fantastic. If you draw it for any effect or on your opening drawing phase, then it's not so good because then it's useless. But we can ditch it with Summon the Monk or any other card. But 1 copy is definitely good, but not more because you only can use the effect once per duel. Now we also have 2 Twin Twister. So basically, if you have the rank up to 7th one and you can't use it anymore, then basically it's good for Twin Twister because then we can discard it and then use Twin Twister. 2 is really good. It gets you away all the spell trap cards your opponent has. And also got 1 copy of Cosmic Cycle, just in case if you don't have anything to ditch. Cosmic Cycle sometimes good. Pay 1,000 life points and then that card is banished. So 1 is good, so in total will be 3. So instead of having 3 MSTs, these are definitely an upgrade. For standards, we also have 1 Regeki, important. 1 Instant Fusion, which is good for the Elder Northern Entity. And also we have 1 Soul Charge. So, and now we also added a card. That is the only card which we can take out. I only have at the moment in for fun. I only used it, I think, once in the last couple of duels, which is the the Phantom Knights rank up Magic Launch. I'll tell you in the extra deck why we need this. Sometimes I discard it as well when we use Twin Twister or Summon the Monk. It's good fun. For fun, it's good to have it in here. But that's the only card which we can ditch, as this deck includes 41 cards, so I can put this one out, but just in case I put it in because it's quite good fun. So that was for the spell cards, and we also got some traps, not many, but the must basically in this deck. We have 2 Solemn Strike, no need to say, really important, do need 2. 2 is enough, basically because the next card we have in here is probably the boss. Which is 3 copies of Dimension Barrier. I'm really happy I got 3 copies. Not easy, I tell you. That's probably the most expensive card in this deck, and having 3 copies is just sick. But this is a must. Maybe you think, guys, why would you run this if you have an XYZ deck? But it has been good because I did play a lot of people who had synchro monsters and just busting this card and say, alright, no synchros, then they're really screwed. And especially if you have 3 copies, then there's not much for them to do. And basically, if you don't really know what this card does, is probably the best trap card out at the moment. Basically, declare 1 type of monster card type. So Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, or Pendulum. And then for that turn, neither player can summon any of that monsters. And if ready, some of them are on the field and you activate this card, or the effects are negated. So this is basically the best card, trap card wise, out at the moment. And also for me, as I said, is a must in this deck because it helped me so much against pendulum monsters, synchro monsters. Obviously, it doesn't really help for the XYZ. Alright, that was the main deck, and now I'm going to quickly go through the extra deck. My boss monster in here is definitely number Chaos 101. So on Arc, I still love this card. At the moment, I only have 1 copy in here. If extra deck would include more than 15 cards, which I hope one day they would change, I would love to have 2 of them in here. But for now, 1 should be enough. Then 2 copies of number 101, Silent Honor Arc. We can reduce it to 1. But for me, it's just one of my absolute favorite rank 4 XYZ monster, just because the effect is so nasty, and I really like it, and that's why I kept it in there. Next off, we have the Dark Rebellion Dragon. Really awesome. And now I can show you why we use that one rank up magic is for the new Dark Recream XYZ Dragon. With that, you can summon him. Really good card. If you have him on the field, it's absolutely awesome. Otherwise, not so much, but we can take him out if we want to, but at the moment, it's good fun to play him. We got one Autopia and also one number 99. It's quite easy to summon it. If you have Autopia on the field, you can just ditch any rank up I have in hand and then summon Utopia Dragon. Really powerful, but as I said, another card we can take out if we want to. One Elder Entity Norden definitely must be in here. One Evil Swarm Ouroboros, awesome card. As it's easy to summon a lot of rank 4 cards, he must be in here. Sorry, it's very easy to summon 3 level 4 monsters with this deck, so he is probably the best, one of the best one. Number 106 must Castel the Sky Blaster Musketeer, awesome card. Then we have number 104. Don't use him that often because mainly we have him here because of the Chaos version. But if you draw the 7th one, that is the card to play for that. We also got number 50, Black Ship of Corn, one Stellar Knight, Deltros, and the last 2 important, the King of Imp and Gear Giant X, the 2 best, not best I would say, but the most important in this deck, because with these 2 we always can get from our decks either Kage to Kage or our machines in here. So at the moment I got 17, but as I said, the 2 cards we mostly ditch sometimes or most time. If we go to tournament, it'd be probably Utopia Dragon and maybe Dark Recream Dragon, unless we decide we put one sign on our account. So yeah, that is for the extra deck. We also have a couple of substitutes, which I'm going to tell you quickly now. Some of them are banned, that's why they're not anymore in there. And some we just, for fun, I'll have them in there with friends, but otherwise, I guess your Emerald, Kachikochi Dragon, we have another, obviously, Chaos version, Violent Sigma, Still Swarm Roach, Utopia Ray V, and then obviously Forbidden number 16 Shockmaster. We also have Ipswarm, Porphyum, and Behemoth, and Evil Swarm Exeter Knight. Exeter Knight will be in there if it will be banned, and the Evil Swarm, I like them, they're really awesome effect, but we don't really have many dark apart from Summon Among and Kage to Kage, that's why they're not in there, but it's just good for backups. So yeah, well, thank you for watching for the main deck, extra deck, and the substitute. Hope you enjoyed it, and do leave a comment what you think of my improved, awesome rank 4 XYZ deck. Well, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for some more Yu-Gi-Oh videos.